time for the PROSEED halftime report. With us today is Stephen Keller. He's a PROSEED district sales manager. Let's talk about what's happening right now, sir. And by the way, thanks for being here with your canola and your soybeans.
Well, the canola harvest went very well. Besides the good yields on our PS 5000 and 300 Magnum, the farmers love the harvestability. Soybeans has been at record levels on most all the growers in my area. It's their best soybean crop they've had, to this date. So we're pretty excited about that. Double zeros all the way up to 11.3, pulling 50 bushel in some fields. So that's a nice thing. It's good for the farmers. Well, have as bulk bushels.
I was going to say, it's nice to hear about obviously the great harvest, and yet it continues to seem prices are down, so some farmers may be looking for some financing options. What do you have available there?
Well, we have two plans. We have the Farmer's Choice, 0% until January 1st. Farm Plan or John Deere Financial, that's 0%, December 1st, 2017. So interest-free, and for those that want to take advantage of cash, we have our highest cash discounts between now and December. But there's always room for cash. There's a discount. Anybody that comes in with cash will get a discount between now and April. But of course, now is the best time to make your plans, get your 0% finance.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen. We appreciate it. I also want to mention the Right Choice program. They're giving away a Traeger grill. You can find out more at PROSEED.net. That's your PROSEED halftime interview. Stay with us because much more coming up right here on the PROSEED halftime show.
Welcome into the PROSEED halftime report. Alex Egan, Ryan Gelner alongside you. It's been an interesting first half, a tough sledding first half for both of these offenses. As we sit at a 13-3 NDSU lead, let's show you how we got there with the first half highlights as we get you out to Springfield, Missouri. I hope we can take those here real quick. There we go. It was the running game, the defenses. We've seen a lot from both sides of the football.
A lot from NDSU's defense. Missouri State just 58 yards total offense. Other than the first drive, they have been absolutely shut down and hit hard.
You see Tuska there getting in, Greg Menard getting some action. This catch right here, my goodness.
RJ, you kidding me?
What a one-handed grab by RJ Urzendowski that was late in the first quarter there after Missouri State had taken a 3-0 lead. The Bison were unable to do anything with it. In the second quarter, the Bison start to move the ball a little bit. They had, at one point, 2 drives, 6 plays, 2 3-and-outs. King Frazier able to move the football a little bit. He has 40 yards here in this first half. Defense coming up big. Jalen Allison with the interception right there. That would lead to 4 plays later. Easton Stick.
Look at that touch.
Darius Shepard, 21 yards. That gives the Bison a 10-3 lead. Cam Peterson had a field goal. There's a turnover again. Stanley Jones jumping on the loose football. Good to see the sophomore from Bismarck. And right at the end, Cam Peterson with a 21-yard field goal to put us at 13-3.
Remember when the question was, could Easton Stick throw the long ball? Could Easton Stick complete a pass over 20 yards? Those are some of the things we heard last year coming into this year. And Easton Stick is on the money almost every throw he's got down the field. Now, the short game has been a little bit different today, and that's more of a timing issue than anything. But remember the conversations of can Easton Stick throw the long ball? I think the question has been answered the last couple of weeks.
We knew he could run the football, that's for sure. Let's take a look at our first half stats brought to you by North Dakota Certified Seed Producers. And the tail of the tape here, really,
it leans NDSU, that's for sure.
52 rushing yards in the first half. That's not great that you see there. But look at what Missouri State's got, 10. That is not good. 58 total yards in the first half for Missouri State. So this Bison defense showing up and coming to play. Turnovers have been costly, one leading straight to points, and the penalties, obviously you want to clean that up a little bit. 5 for 40 yards against NDSU.
And you heard Chris Kleiman say it with his interview with Beth, as the Bison have been close to scoring. They can't settle for field goals, though. So the offense has been very close. They've been mistimed on a couple of things. They turn those field goals into touchdowns, which easily could be done right now. This is a totally different football game. But right now, even at 13-3, you feel like North Dakota State has this one in control, even though score-wise and maybe not number-wise. But NDSU, you feel like it's really not even that close of a game.
Yeah, even though it is 10 points, I get what you're getting at there. It doesn't feel like Missouri State has been in this game. Those are your first half stats brought to you by North Dakota certified seed producers. Easton Stick, we mentioned him, 6 for 13 for 117 yards. Kind of a ho-hum day at the office for him, considering what we saw last week.
And it's a timing issue right now for Easton. 6 of 13, the ones he's missed on the short passes. We've seen a couple of screens get blown up with a man coming in front of him. So 6 of 13, not great numbers, but 6 of 13, not terrible numbers when you consider what North Dakota State has done so far. But yeah, just 117 yards. You'd expect that to go up as they try to exploit and make some changes here at halftime.
Oddly enough, Matt Plank leading the way for the Bison defense with 5 total tackles there in that first half. Greg Menard with 5 tackles. He's got a couple tackles for loss in there. It's been a good first half for the Bison defense. The only thing that's missing is getting touchdowns instead of field goals.
Yeah, and that's the one thing they need to clean up, and I'm sure that's what they're talking at halftime right now is can't settle for 3. Let's get 6.
When we come back, we'll take a look around the valley. A lot of games going on right now. We'll get you updated on all of those. Yes, that's next here on the Proceed Halftime Report. Welcome you back inside the Proceed Halftime Report. Alex Egan, Ryan Gellner here with you. Let's take you around the valley. 13-3 is our halftime score with North Dakota State on top. Other games going on in the valley. Youngstown State with a 3-0 lead over Illinois State.
In that football game, 10 punts, 1 field goal. Yawn, huh?
Brutal is how we describe that game. A little bit more entertaining game down in Vermillion, South Dakota with a 21-17 lead. That one just going to halftime.
Surprise, surprise. Chris Strevler, the sophomore quarterback for South Dakota, 5 of 8, 143, a 75-yard touchdown pass, and a 69-yard touchdown run.
Well, looks like the Panthers are in for a fight down there against the Yotes. We go to Indiana State at Western Illinois. Indiana State just took a 7-0 lead. That game is late in the first quarter. And then still to come tonight, South Dakota State. Man, they play a lot of night games.
Hey.
They're at Southern Illinois tonight. That's a 6 p.m. Central Time kickoff. South Dakota State playing under the lights wherever they go, apparently. At home, on the road.
Saturday Night Lights.
Saturday Night Lights is right. Hey, wanted to update you on a score out of the Big Ten. Iowa comes back and beats, well, I guess they didn't come back, but they beat Minnesota today 14-7. Minnesota was marching and then threw an interception in the end zone. So Iowa back on track after losing to North Dakota State. And, well, I guess they got to win against Rutgers as well. But losing to Northwestern, but they're back on track beating Minnesota
Mitch
today.
Leidner, the NFL draft
pick. The NFL
pick,
quarterback, yeah. Carson Wentz
13
2.0.
of 33, 166 yards, and picked twice. Get out of here. Come on.
See you in April, Mitch.
Come on.
All right. That is Around the Valley. We'll come back, give our second half thoughts and adjustments, and get you back out to the game. You're watching the Proceed Halftime Report. Welcome back to the Proceed Halftime Report. We are just about a minute away from getting you back out to Springfield for second half action. Let's talk the second half as NDSU leads 13-3 here at halftime. What do you, if you're a coach, what are you saying in that halftime locker room?
Figure out how to get 6 points onto the board if you're NDSU. They have left points on the board a couple of times. They've settled for field goals when they get within that red zone or close to that red zone. You've got to cash those in. On the flip side, the defense has been very good for North Dakota State. The last 6 drives for Missouri State: punt, 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 interception, fumble, punt. That's good.
Yeah, that's not good if you're Missouri State.
Thanks, Coach.
58 yards for Missouri State, total yards at the half. We are done here with the Proceed Halftime Report. Second half action right now.